How's it going, everybody? And we're here with some tea time. So, I think today's the day I'm going to tell the story. Uh, so, I won't be able to give this one the full energy I want. Uh, the reason being is anybody that has ever seen me tell this story in public knows that there's some Dane Cook level of energy that has to take place during this story, and I don't have the room. There's nowhere in this house I could film that wouldn't either annoy other people or just like I would need an actual camera and not my phone to film. But that's okay because I think you could still really appreciate it even if I have to tell it at a like 90% instead of that full 100%. And I think it's worth it to be told. So I'm going to tell that story anyway, because it's one of my favorite things that has ever happened in my life. It's one of those things that when you're younger, you just do stupid things and don't think about the ramifications of your actions. Luckily, there were none. I will tell you that up front. There were no ramifications on my end for my actions. But let's just dive right into it. So I still, right now to this day, live with my best friend from high school, Tristan. And the reason we became best friends is because I dated his sister, and I'm very thankful for that because he's a good dude. I've hung out with him for like ever, and it's nice. Okay, well, they lived in what was originally like a duplex. It was, the first floor was its own thing, and then it had the second floor, and then it had an attic. The second floor had its own like kitchen and everything in there. I mean, now none of it was ever used that way ever since I knew them, but it existed. It was a thing that was a thing. It was like a whole second house on the second floor. So we used to sneak over to stay the night at that place. Their parents didn't really want anybody in or anything like that, but they had a side door at the bottom of the stairs that they would sneak us in, like a covert stealth operation, to have us come over and stay. So on this said night, both of them were supposed to be grounded, Tristan and his sister. Both supposed to be grounded. However, he had a girl named, we'll keep, other than like one name, we'll keep names out, but he had a female in the room. And then me, Boy Scout, and Andy. I will drop Andy's name. I will throw him under the bus for this story because he is an integral part of this story. We were all hanging out upstairs in Amber's room just because why not? We had nothing else going on. So that night, Amber was being tasked with babysitting a kid, and it was late at night. Like she just kind of got taxed with doing this because it was part of her punishment, if I remember correctly. So she's babysitting. We're told, hey, you guys got to stay quiet up here. Don't do anything stupid. We need you to, if you're gonna crash here tonight, which is all cool, you guys can't be like loud and obnoxious. And we're like, yeah, it's fine. That makes sense. I'm gonna be stealthy. We gotta be quiet. That's not how I operate. I don't do quiet. Me and quiet aren't friends. Don't at me quiet. So anyway, we we get bored and restless up on the third floor in the attic. And Tristan, he's busy. He's got a female friend over, so he can't hang out and chat with us. So we're sitting there. And I understand at the time I'm like 16, 17. I'm gonna say 16. And so I'm there and we're talking to Andy and we're being stupid. We're doing all sorts of shenanigans. They're quiet shenanigans, like covering our hands in perfume and lighting them on fire and high-fiving each other like idiots. We're doing stuff like that, but we're not being loud, which is fine then, right? We're not breaking any rules, huh? Well, we get bored with that, and then one of us gets the idea that we are thirsty and we would like a Pepsi. So then we come up with Operation Pepsi Smash. We're going to sneak downstairs as a three-man unit, go to the fridge, which, by the way, nobody was allowed to have the Pepsis. The Pepsis were for the parents and not for us. We were not allowed to have them. And they went through that stuff like you should go through water. Like they literally like would have to go buy a new 12-pack, 24-pack of Pepsi like practically daily. And we were not supposed to have any of it. Again, we're kids and that doesn't stop any kid. You tell them they can't do something, they're gonna do it. So We sneak down all the way from the third floor, all the way down into the kitchen area. Okay, super stealthy, sneaky ninjas coming to steal some Pepsis. We form a human chain to open the fridge and grab a Pepsi and just pass it back to the next guy, so we can get all three of these, upstairs with us without anyone knowing, not even Amber knowing that we were down there when she was just in the living room, and we just kind of snuck around in the side hallway. So we go sneaking back up, and we let Boy Scout go ahead, but I stop because I realize Tristan is in a room with a lady. Come on. Can't let that go by just perfectly. Where's the fun in that? So we're walking, and I look at Andy, and I look at the Pepsis, and I look at him, and I go, Andy, hold my Pepsi for me. And he goes, dude, I don't know about this, Mike. I don't like what you're thinking. I don't like the look in your eye. I really don't think you should do anything. And I go, Andy, hold my Pepsi. And he goes, Mike, listen, I really have no idea what you're thinking. I can tell by the look of your eyes that it's not a good idea. Listen, we need to go back upstairs. We don't want any problems. And I go, Andy, hold my Pepsi. So I hand him the Pepsi. And I take 3 steps back. Wide steps. Not like little baby steps. Not like normal human being steps. Like the kind that you're like, if you're preparing to make a jump in an action movie to jump the gap of a building, it's that run distance you need. That's the steps I take away from Tristan's door, and I just stare it down and I line it up. And then it goes. I sprint in the house. Understand, it's like midnight, okay? It's not like it's the middle of the day. Like, no noise. It's the quietest this house has been in probably years. And I ruin that with my large, heavy, thunderous 250-pound footsteps. Fucking kick that door off the hinges. It spins like a majestic, like a ballet dancer. Just crashes into the wall. Hits this wall. It's like a weird, awkward, like shaped bent wall where the closet just full strength just bashes into it. I see the person jump off of Tristan. They were clothed. Okay, I want to put that out there. Nobody was actually doing anything. Grow up. But they hit the wall, and she jumped. God, it had to be a clear, like, across the entire queen-size bed to the floor on the other side, and, like, threw her cover over herself like she was gonna hide. I proceed to yell, "Get some!" And then just look at them for a moment. Brain now processing. Oh, right. Quiet. I go, oh, you two weren't finished. I apologize. I'm just gonna go. So I grab his door and go to prop it back up against the frame where it properly belonged. But I couldn't get it to stay up. So I turn the whole door sideways and just carry it with me all the way up to the 3rd floor. Just take his door with me. And we're upstairs for about, half an hour or so before Tristan comes up and reclaims his door. Nobody got in trouble that night. Nobody got in trouble for the Pepsis. Nobody got in trouble for the door being booted off the hinges. No, nothing. Andy got in trouble the next day because Amber was pissed and ratted him out about burning her perfume because it was like $30 perfume or something like that. I mean, I don't blame her. Like, I'd absolutely. But I was part of those shenanigans and I got away with it because I'm cute. So Andy was like banned from the house for like a month because of flaming high fives, and Operation Pepsi Smash went off without any hitches. I was able to boot a door off the hinges, which, by the way, when they moved out, my payment for helping them move from like one like town, a good 45 minutes away to another, my payment was to get to keep the door. But I would have to walk like 4 miles with this door on my back to get it home. So it went to Andy's. Now who knows where it is. Andy, if you see this and you know where that door is and you can reclaim that door for me, I will forever be in your debt. Because my God, that is like the most important thing from my childhood. But yeah, so that is my favorite story. Is the time that I just booted this door clean off its hinges. Like it was like again, like it was Dane Cook-esque. It literally just like full like beautiful motion. Like I wish I had like a camera just to slow it down and see how many rotations it got before it slammed into the wall. Like just like there's just so many. There's so many things about that story that just make it like my favorite thing in the world. Like why were we stealing the Pepsis? Why were we being assholes? Why did Andy and I light our hands on fire? Why was that something we decided to do? Like so many questions, no answers, zero answers. But I don't know. I just wanted to tell that story before I go to work today. I'm now going to go finish this. It's just water, but I'm going to finish it. I'm going to go do dishes because they seriously need done. I let the fact that 3 whole glasses were sitting in the dish strainer be my excuse to go, the strainer isn't empty. I really can't do dishes. But it can't wait anymore. Like, everything's dirty. I have to make like lunch for work today or something to eat before work today, and I cannot do any of it unless I have some clean dishes. So I've got to cave and go do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Hopefully, I can find ways to be as entertaining as that story is from here on out. I don't know if it's humanly possible. But anyway, thanks for listening in. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you have, a great week if you're watching these later on down the road and you've, like, got to re-catch up. So, yeah, I just hope you guys have been well. I know I'm doing awesome today. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.